Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Want to give you an update on some more transfer news. So Manchester United lead the transfer race for Atletico Madrid forward Joao Felix. Atletico Madrid will finally listen to offers for Joao Felix after Man United meet his agent. Atletico Madrid are willing to sell Joao Felix for 86 million. Bayern Munich, PSG and Real Madrid are said to be interested. But Man United are looking at Felix as a potential replacement for Ronaldo. Joao Felix has been at Atletico Madrid since 2019. He's under contract with them until 2026. Atletico Madrid got Joao Felix from Benfica for €126 million. That equates to around 113 million in pounds sterling. It was the fourth most expensive transfer. Felix is very young, so got a lot of development in him. He's well known for his versatility. He's predominantly a forward, but he can be deployed as a winger and an attacking midfielder. Now, I want to give you some more news on Cody Gakpo. So, Man United face a transfer battle with Real Madrid for Cody Gakpo. Leeds United have been linked with him. I think Liverpool have been tentatively linked with him. Recently, it said Manchester United are closing in on the signing of Cody Gakpo. Not so long ago, it said that Manchester United reached an agreement in principle to sign Cody Gakpo from PSV in 2023, and it said he was Manchester United's #1 January target. Cody Gakpo is valued at around 40 million. So far, he's spent his entire playing career with PSV. He risen up their academy. He's been at PSV for a good 15 years or so now. He's under contract with PSV until 2026. He is a winger. You know, he could possibly be Man United's first signing in the January transfer window. And as you all know, Manchester United are back in for Declan Rice. Declan Rice indicates he wants to leave West Ham as he outlines ambitions. The midfielder seeks trophies and to play in the Champions League. Revert back to earlier on this year, Manchester United were in for Declan Rice, but Man United decided to get Casemiro and Christian Eriksen instead. Declan Rice, I'd certainly take him at Man United. Very good defensive midfielder, well proven in the Premier League. You know, he's predominantly a holding midfielder. He can be deployed as a centre-half. Declan Rice has been at West Ham since 2014. He's under contract to West Ham until 2024. He's made 182 appearances in the Premier League for West Ham and scored 7 goals. Before West Ham, he was at Chelsea. He was in their youth academy, but he never got into Chelsea's first team. And there's a lot of other players Manchester United have been linked with. Not so long ago, it said Manchester United were eyeing a loan deal for Christian Pulisic to replace Ronaldo. Arsenal and Newcastle have been in for him. Christian Pulisic is at Chelsea. He's been at Chelsea for quite a good few years now. Chelsea got him from Borussia Dortmund in a transfer worth €70 million. Pulisic is under contract with Chelsea until 2024. He can play as a winger and an attacking midfielder. As you all know, Man United have done transfer business with Chelsea before. Revert back to 2017, got Matic off them in a deal worth 40 million. And we got Juan Mata off them back in 2014 for around 37.1 million. We've been linked with Jude Bellingham. Not so long ago, Florian Plettenberg said that Man United were planning to enter the race for Moises Caicedo from Brighton. We've been in for Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen. He's a right back. Erik ten Hag is looking to bring a right back in. If Jeremy Frimpong was to come in, that would certainly provide competition for Diego Dalot. We've been in for Max Aarons as well from Norwich. You know, he's valued at just 15 million. So they are a lot of the players that Manchester United have been linked with. You know, the January transfer window will be Erik ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. So far, he's enjoyed one transfer window and he's brought 6 additions to the squad. He brought Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Erik ten Hag has spent over 200 million as Manchester United manager so far. Next year, you know, Erik ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players. Next year, I'm expecting ten Hag to get rid of Tom Heaton. You know, Tom Heaton doesn't get in the team. Tom Heaton is Man United's third choice goalkeeper, with obviously Man United getting Martin Dubravka in on loan. At the time we brought Tom Heaton in, though, we brought him in as a backup to De Gea. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. I think ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. At the moment, he's out on loan with Forest and he's said to be doing well. But revert back to when Henderson was at Man United. You know, he didn't get nowhere near as many opportunities as he should have done. And, you know, most of the time he was behind De Gea. I think at one point, though, Man United did give him that number 1 jersey. Ten Hag, I'm expecting to get rid of Alex Telles permanently. He's out on loan with Sevilla at the moment. I'm expecting to get rid of Eric Bailly permanently. He's out on loan with Marseille at the moment. He'll get rid of Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams don't get in the team. He has been injured. Last season was out on loan with Norwich. Tuan Zabi, he'll get rid of him. You know, he's just another squad player. Don't really get in the team. He's been injured. Last season was out on loan with Aston Villa. He's enjoyed 3 loan spells with Villa. Ten Hag will also get rid of Phil Jones. Phil Jones obviously doesn't get in the team. Jones has obviously been at Man United since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Jones has enjoyed around 12 years at Man United, so he's been a long-serving player. As you all know, Harry Maguire has been told he can leave the club in January for the sake of his career. Harry Maguire is too inconsistent, plus he's no longer one of our first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. Manchester United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester back in 2019. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. And revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. Erik ten Hag will also get rid of Wan-Bissaka. I heard that Wan-Bissaka's going back to Crystal Palace. He was at Crystal Palace before he came to Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka cannot get in the Man United team because Diego Dalot is Man United's first choice right back. Erik ten Hag, as you all know, has already decided to sell Fred next year. As you all know, I've got my strong reservations about Fred. He's had his good games at Man United. His best game by far this season was the 2-0 win against Tottenham. Fred is no longer one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Eriksen, but despite that, Fred has still started games this season alongside Casemiro. I do recall him playing alongside Eriksen. Of course, before Eriksen and Casemiro came in, Fred and Scott McTominay were Man United's first choice centre midfielders, and obviously they did not play well together. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth around 50 million. Got him around 4 years ago now from Shakhtar Donetsk. Fred is in the final year of his deal. And I think Manchester United could sell Anthony Martial next year. But Man United fans want him to stay. Anthony Martial has only played like 7 games this season for Man United because he has been hampered with injuries. Not so long ago, don't forget, he had that training ground bust up with Man United youth player. Martial apologised after confrontation with that Man United youth player. Martial is under contract with Man United till 2024. Manchester United got Martial from Monaco back in 2015. So Martial's been at Man United for a good 7 years or so. Last season, he was out on loan with Sevilla. So there you go. But since Erik ten Hag became Manchester United manager, he has let a lot of players go. The players we've seen leave this year, we let Jesse Lingard go on a free to Forest. Cavani and Mata both left on free transfers. Matic and Pogba both left on free transfers. Matic went to Roma, Pogba went back to Juventus. Loaned Alex Telles out to Sevilla, loaned Eric Bailly out to Marseille, loaned Dean Henderson out to Nottingham Forest, let Lee Grant leave, sold Andrews Pereira to Fulham, sold James Garner to Everton, loaned Amad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland, loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR, loaned Hannibal Mejbri out to Birmingham. And not so long ago, Ronaldo was sacked by Manchester United. By the way, Ronaldo is tempted by Chelsea. Chelsea have been linked with him. I'm very sceptical he'll go to Chelsea. Ronaldo, as you all know, has been offered 173 million a season by Saudi Arabia club Al Nassr. Ronaldo has been offered a contract until 2025, so that's like a 2.5-year deal. Ronaldo is now a free agent. But they are a lot of the players we've seen leave Man United this year. But Erik ten Hag, I've given him a lot of credit. You know, I think he's doing a good job as Manchester United manager. You know, there's been games this season where I do like the way he's approached them, but there's also been games where he's got decisions wrong. But despite that, I've not once prejudged him. You know, this is Erik ten Hag's first full season as Man United manager. He does need time. Like I've said so many times, his expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. And Man United are in that top 4 race. Man United are 5th at the moment. If Ten Hag could win a trophy, that would be even better, because Man United have not won a domestic trophy since 2017. Earlier on this year, Erik ten Hag got named Premier League Manager of the Month. He replaced Ralph Rangnick, didn't he, earlier on this year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. Don't forget, Erik ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. He's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. You know, we've let 5 managers go since Ferguson. That was Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and earlier on this year, Ralph Rangnick left Man United. And obviously, you know the news regarding the Glazers. The Glazers want to sell Manchester United this season. If the Glazers are to sell the club this season, a deal is likely to be done by spring. So this means Man United could have new owners by the end of the season. The other week, the Glazer family confirmed that Man United is up for sale. The club is valued at around £5 billion. He did initially say, though, that the Glazers could demand up to £9 billion. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 17 years. They bought the club for around £790 million back in 2005. For such a long time, Man United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. You know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is apparently the favourite to buy Man United. Not so long ago it said he will put a bid in to buy Man United. You know, he's a lifelong Man United fan. The other week there was reports coming out saying that Apple were interested in buying the club. They claim to be the world's largest tech company. Ortega's been interested in buying Man United. The other week it said Saudi Arabia wants its investors to own Manchester United and Liverpool. So there you go. Obviously at Man United you've got Benny McCarthy, John Murtough, Richard Arnold. Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Man United in an advisory role earlier on this year. Like I said, we've got Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren. You know, unfortunately the Glazers are still at the club, but hopefully not for long. Erik ten Hag is the United manager. You know the news regarding Woodward. It said not so long ago that Ed Woodward could advise potential United buyers. So Woodward could be making a return to the club. Last year, Ed Woodward resigned. He was Manchester United's vice chairman for around 17 years. And not so long ago, I gave you the news on Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Real Madrid are considering a move for Bruno Fernandes. Real Madrid have been scouting Bruno Fernandes during the World Cup. Bruno Fernandes is happy though at Manchester United. He has been at Manchester United for over 2 years. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Fernandes is under contract with the club until 2026. And Man United will offer Marcus Rashford a long-term deal, with Rashford's contract expiring in the summer. Rashford, you know, he's done well in the World Cup so far. You know, he scored his first ever goal in the tournament against Iran, and he got 2 goals against Wales. And he's doing well for Man United this season. He just needs to be more clinical in front of goal. Don't forget, Rashford, back in September, got named Premier League Player of the Month, reflecting on his good performances. Rashford has scored over 100 goals for Manchester United. His 100th goal came against West Ham. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.